Hi everyone, it's Jo here. I'm just going to do a really quick and to the point review of the Tomee Tippee Perfect Prep Machine. So, as you can see, this is it, and I actually have a Dr. Brown's bottle sitting there ready to go. So this is your water reservoir. Super easy to fill it up. One of the best things about this is that it has a filter in it, so you don't have to pre-boil the kettle before you make your bottles. Now I've just got some water out of the tap. I'm pouring it in and it will start to move down through the filter. Put that back on and you're ready to go. Now, I don't even feel like I have to fill this up every day. Obviously it depends how many bottles and how big, but you know, every other day or so. So it does last a while. This is where you put your bottle. Easy to take off and move up and down depending on what size bottle you want to use. It has this dial at the top that you move around depending on the size of the bottle that you're making. Probably the only thing, and it's very minimal, that is a little bit annoying, is it doesn't do any less than 120 mils. So you really young babies don't really drink bottles that big, but I just used to she'd drink about half and then I'd put it in the fridge for next time. So yeah, you just move that around depending on how much you need to make. So bear with me while I open up my Dr. Brown's. Now Ivory's at 150, so I'm just going to click it to that, and you're going to press this button. So as you can see, that water that's coming out is very hot. You can see the steam. It puts in a certain amount of very hot water. What you do then is you take your formula. Now Ivory has some severe allergies and such, so she's on prescription, which is why this was absolutely just such a lifesaver. She's on 5 scoops. Now, because you're putting it into hot water, it will dissolve much easier. Just going to stir that up. This formula in particular, our Fare, tends to get quite lumpy. So this step is super helpful to make sure that that doesn't happen. Going to put it back on and press the button again. Turns green and now it's putting in cold water. So the Perfect Prep machine makes the milk at the same temperature that breast milk would be. So you never have to worry that it's too hot or do what I've done a million times. Make it too hot. Sorry, not make it hot enough. Put it back in the microwave and then make it too hot. And then you have a screaming baby that wants a feed and you've got to put it in the freezer and wait for it to get cool or make another bottle, and it just ends up being a big hassle. Or you get up during the night and there's no boiled water in the kettle, so you've got to get up, you've got to boil the kettle, and then obviously it's way too hot to serve. And so now I will just put that back together and give it a quick shake, and that's her bottle ready to go. So the whole making of a bottle, it does it in about 2 minutes. When you're running low on water, you can see here that there's lights that will come on. It also has a mode to self-clean. You are supposed to replace the filter, I think, about every 3 months. I had a look. I'm in Australia, in case you can't tell from my accent, and they're about $20 at Baby Bunting, so you know, not too expensive. The machine itself, I think, is about $199, so it's not cheap. It's not a necessity, but it certainly makes life so much easier, especially if you have other children. I have a toddler as well, and this has just been an absolute lifesaver when we found out that Ivory needed to jump on the formula. If you have any questions or anything, just send me a message or write it in the comments. Yeah, Tommee Tippee, perfect prep machine. Love it.